this, one of the provisions that call for excise taxes on individuals who do not receive health care benefits, or who do not subscribe to health care benefit plans. And that's a violation of the law. When I pointed that out, Bob Marshall agreed. That's right, and that's something else that we've got on that they haven't caught yet. And I just happened to catch it when I saw excise tax, because it hadn't been that long ago. But a question about that came up, and I looked it up. So that's another violation of the Constitution that no one has mentioned. Okay, so let's get back to our process. Now we've got a bill that is ready to go. We voted it on the floor. It's ready to go to the governor for his signature. It goes to the governor. Well, last year in session, what happened, I told you Ken Cuccinelli had stricken the Real ID language from that compliance bill that had all the other stuff. Well, the governor decided he wanted to have it put back in. So he suggested putting it back in. Of course, he didn't stricken the prohibiting of the RFID chip. He left that there. But he sent it back to the Senate and the House. Well, the Senate voted with him, and they agreed to add it back in. But the House said no. Well, when it comes back from the governor, you have to have both houses vote to change the language of that bill coming from the governor. So it went back to him, and it was a must-pass bill. He had to sign it. We had already contracted for the other things in that bill. And if he hadn't signed that, we would have been in big trouble in the state. It would have shut the state down. So it was a brilliant move on Ken Cuccinelli's part, and Bob Marshall. So these are men who know what they're doing. Ken Cuccinelli has had his fingers on the pulse of this since before the elections. I've been working on getting surveys. We've known about these bills. We've had these bills in drafting since the summer. So he's had his finger on the pulse of this for some time. And that was his whole campaign, was the 10th Amendment. He will be writing for us. I spoke with one of his staffers a couple of days ago. He will write an official opinion for us on the bill so that we can post it on the websites. And that goes a long way when he endorses our legislation. We've got the Attorney General with you. He seems to think that our governor will do the same. So that's an major help. But, you know, like I said, it's a long, hard battle. And it's back and forth, and every time you think you've won, you go another step, and you've lost. So it's something we have to stay on top of. And that's why I set up the website, the Virginia 10th Amendment.org. This is a coalition website. It's for all of the coalition organizations. Currently there are 16 and still growing. In fact, a couple of people sent me emails today. They're trying to get me logos and so forth, so we'll have more on board with us. But all of the organization leaders, please send me an email and let me know you are the leader and ask me for special access. I will give you special access on the website that allow you to post your blogs, post your updates, and post your events. And then an email can go out, a mass email can go out to anyone who signs on to that website, alerting everyone. But we especially need all of the leaders on board with this website so that we can alert one another. And I want to say, I may have set up a website and I may have started the ball rolling on this, but I'm not here to take any special credit, and I can't do this without all of you. So it will be all of us that can take credit for this. And I'm not looking to be a hero. This is not about one organization. taking credit. This is about all of us taking credit. This is about the Virginians, the Virginia citizens. I'm a citizen just like you, and most of us are citizen activists. And we're doing this to protect the lives of our children and our grandchildren and their futures. So this is something we will all take credit for, but it'll take all of us working at it. Now, do I have any other questions about the legislative process?
Technical question.
Yes.
In committees, is it going to be a majority of quorum or a majority of the members of the committee to pass on these bills?
Depends on whether they call it quorum. Now you've opened up another can of worms, which I cannot speak intelligently on that. Now, there may be someone else.
Anyone know the answer to that?
Herb West might know a little more about a quorum.
As far as the size you're talking about,
Would you like to
In
come
any subcommittee or committee meeting, when they pass on a amendment or whatever, is it a majority of the quorum that will pass it, or is it got to be a majority of the committee?
well, if they have a quorum there, they have enough. Without a quorum, they can't pass it.
So, as an example, then, if you go to the legislative process of final passing of it, if you just simply have 51 senators there, which is a majority, the quorum is 51
No,
senators?
I think
Or,
the Senate,
wait a minute, excuse me, no, that would be,
The House is,
we got 51 in the House.
right. The Senate,
The
because there's
Senate would
only
be
40.
21.
Right.
All right, so 21 would be
40 members in
quorum.
the Senate.
So it's a possibility that a bill could be passed in the Senate with only 12 senators. Is that correct? Which is a majority of quorum.
Yeah, but normally on the floor, you're not going to have that. Where you're going to have that, more of that game playing is going to be in the committee, as was mentioned, because what happens is they will have somebody take a walk, so they don't have the quorum to be able to pass it out of committee. So the bill will die there. In other words, did somebody say, I don't want you to show up, you take a walk and they don't.
So it's based on quorum as opposed to the total number of the committee or the total number.
Right, it's not the total number, right.
who's ever,
That's where a lot of game play takes. What happens is, when it's out on the floor, because it's more publicized and the public's watching it a lot closer, they'll stay close to, they'll be pretty open there. In the committees, that's where the game play takes place.
Well, it's a
Gamesmanship.
Yeah.
absolutely, and they can stack the deck against it.
Dawn, could you introduce?
I'm sorry,
this is Herb Lux. Herb Lux is the president of the American Patriots Committee and a longtime friend of mine. Thank you for coming, Herb. Is there anyone here that has anything they would like to say to the group? Would like to come up and speak? Okay. Yes.
Could I ask another question? Without at the risk of jinxing anything, what happens if the federal health care bill, peters out early next year? Are we going to lose momentum here in Virginia with this? Are we going to lose support? Are people still going to be interested in passing this bill?
I would say that we are going to be the ones who are going to keep the momentum up. It's up to us to keep that momentum up. We've been around and around and around on healthcare. This is not the first year that healthcare has become an issue at the federal level.